A very good evening, good afternoon, good morning to educators from Malaysia and whoever tuning in from Southeast Asian countries and other parts of the world. Welcome to Human Happiness International Introduction Session. I'm Nirmala, the moderator of today's session. I would like to welcome Mr. Ruben Armugam, the CEO of Inspire Malaysia and also Human Happiness South Asia Project Coordinator. Special welcome to Mr. Pramod Tube, the founder of Life Skills Studio from India, who will be giving information related to his project Human Happiness 2021. Without further ado, let me introduce Mr. Pramod Tube. He is the founder director of Life Skills Studio, working as English teacher for 12 years at MES Vegaya High School, Saswat, India. He is a Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert and Trainer, Tech SDGs Ambassador, National Geography Certified Educator, Wakelet Ambassador and Community Leader, Flipgrid Student Voice Ambassador, Adobe Creative Educator, National Geography Inquiry Certified Educator, National Geography Service Learning Certified. Now, I would like to welcome Mr. Pramod Tube to start the presentation in introducing Human Happiness Project 2021. Please welcome Mr. Pramod Tube.
Thank you so much, Nirmala ma'am. Ruben, my screen is visible? Ruben, my screen is visible or not? Hello?
Yes. Pramodji, you can start the presentation.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Thank you so
The
much.
audience can see you as well.
Right. So, good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all of you. I'm Pramod, founder, director of Life Skills Studio. And here we are about to introduce you all Human Happiness 2021. This is a project, international collaborative project, in which there are educators from 40 different countries and along with their students. This is a journey with life skills towards SDGs. So first of all, I would like to introduce Life Skills Studio to all of you. It's been established in 2020, and the motto is the true purpose of education is to prepare our children for a wholesome life and not merely for careers. So we are arranging different activities, projects, which will go along with this motto. Our goal is to inculcate essential life skills into students, and our methodology is project-based learning. Now, some highlights of our project, Human Happiness. This is a 10 weeks long global collaborative project in which 224 educators have joined from 40 different countries, along with 3,496 students with them. This project is of 3 phases. It's conducted in 3 phases. First is regarding personal happiness, second is regarding collective happiness, and third one is regarding human happiness. Our focus areas are life skills and SDGs. This project is very good for personal as well as professional development because we have used Flipgrid, Wakelet, Minecraft Education Edition for this project, and you are going to get the trainings for the same. E-certificates, badges are given for all the educators and students who will take part in this project. This is a very good chance to collaborate and interact with educators worldwide because there are many educators and there is a section called Happiness Pulse Global Connections in which you will be interacting with all the educators. Awards for educators and schools for the best performance and chance to showcase their work in the final award ceremony will be given. Now, just have a look about what happiness is, what we call happiness as. Actually, this term happiness has different meaning from person to person, but we can certainly connect some terms with happiness, which are prosperity, well-being, satisfaction, intense joy, contentment. And after all, happiness is the ultimate goal of life for all of us. Here are some of the advantages of being happy. It boosts our self confidence, it motivates individual activities, it increases efficiency, raises awareness, boosts positive thinking, facilitates social relationships. So, if we look at these advantages of being happy, we can certainly say that apart from our life, it will also help us in the school to maintain the school environment. Here are some facts why we opted for human happiness, why there is need of human happiness. As we all have gone through the period of pandemic, very uncertainty was there, schools were closed, there are gender inequalities already present in our world. There was absence of peer interactions as we were all locked inside our houses, and now also many of the schools have closed. So students don't get the access to their friends. So there is absence of peer interactions. There is lack of social activities. Some are facing depressions, anxieties, disappointments, and uncertainty is always there. So that's why we have opted for human happiness. Here are some of the objectives of human happiness: to empower students. This is the foremost goal of our project. Then to infuse spatial opportunities in education, to facilitate effective understanding of citizenship, develop constructive habits, to make students part of solutions, instill life skills, to integrate art, and obviously to attain SDGs. Here are the 10 life skills that are laid down by World Health Organization. These all life skills are taken care of in this project. Life skills are very important in education also, as there are four important or pillars of education: learning to know, learning to be, learning to live together, and learning to do. And here are different life skills which are related to particular pillar. This frame is not very unfamiliar to all of you, because we all are working towards the global goals in a way or other. So here are 17 global goals that are laid down by UNO, but we will not be concentrating on all the goals. We have taken only five from that. Then, why sustainable development goals are important, or why we are focusing on sustainable development goals? Because sustainable development goals are they measure economic development, social development, and environmental development. And for a person or for a country to be happy, all these things matter a lot. And if we look at the happiness index, we can certainly say that the countries that are doing good, or that are high in SDG index, that are also very happy, and they are at the top list, in the top list of happiness index. Now, why life skills and SDGs together? Because personal happiness is related to more of life skills. Collective happiness is related to more of SDGs, because we are focusing on personal happiness as well, collective happiness as well. And when we sum up these personal and collective happiness, then we can move towards the humane happiness. So we are taking care of life skills as well as SDGs. These are the five SDGs that we are focusing on. SDG number 3, which is good health and well-being. SDG number 4, that is quality education. SDG number 5, that is gender equality. SDG number 12, that is responsible consumption and production. And SDG number 17, that is partnerships for the goals. Now let us see step by step and phase after phase what we will be doing and what we are doing in human happiness. This is the phase 1, which is regarding securing personal happiness. We have different activities. First one being knowing our happiness ambassadors. This is an ice-breaking session wherein students will introduce themselves. They will talk about their hobbies, they will talk about what makes them happy, etc. Then there will be a happiness skills survey. This survey comprises of simple questions that ask for details about their daily routine, attitude towards themselves, etc. There are only 11 questions which are very simple to answer, but we can have an insight regarding different skills that are required for being happy. Then there will be orientation of human ambassadors and happiness ambassadors and happiness facilitators like students and educators regarding concept of happiness, regarding SDGs, regarding importance of life skills, and obviously we will be training educators for how to use Flipgrid, Wakelet, Minecraft, etc. Then phase second is regarding securing personal happiness. The first activity being happiest moment of the day. Here, human happiness ambassadors can write, can share what has made them happy during that particular day. It may be new skill learned, or new friend, or a compliment from parent, or helping others, etc. So this will be a kind of diary which students will be maintaining every day throughout the project and after the project as well.
Excuse me, Mr. Pramod. Sorry to
Yes.
interrupt. Can you put the slides in slideshow mode so that the slides will be moving from one another? Because now the slide is still stagnant at slide number 1.
Actually, I have shared this slide that the presentation is on slideshow mode only, and I am just scrolling down.
Okay. Can
You're not
you
able to
then
see.
re-share the screen again? Because
Okay,
we
okay,
can't
okay,
see the slides. We only see the introduction slide.
okay, okay, okay. ठीक है. Can you see this screen?
Hang on a minute. Okay, now I'm seeing phase 2. Yes. Phase 2, securing collective happiness.
Okay, so you are not able to see the
From the second slides.
from the second
Second
one.
slide. Yeah, second onwards.
Okay, okay.
All right.
This is
Okay.
the second slide.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay, so I'll once again explain this. This slide tells about the Life Skill Studio. Our motto is the true purpose of education is to prepare our children for a wholesome life and not merely for careers. And that's why we are looking up to the goal of inculcation of essential life skills in students. And our methodology is project-based learning. Here are some. Can you see the third slide?
No, sir. Still in second slide.
Just let me know when you.
All right, sure, I will.
Can you see now?
No, sir. Still in second slide. Motto, goal, and methodology.
Okay, I don't know what is the problem actually. So shall I share the screen with the presentation with you?
Sure. Or select entire screen, sir. Try to select entire screen. The slideshow.
Just a moment. Again, I'll do it.
Yes. Yes, no problem.
Okay. Can you see now?
Just a moment. Yes, it's already about the project. Is it the third slide?
Yes, yes. That one
Yes.
only.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So here are some highlights regarding the project. This is a 10 weeks long global collaborative project in which, for now, 223 educators have taken part from 40 different countries, and they are with 3,496 students with them. Our project is in three phases: personal happiness, collective happiness, and human happiness. Our focus areas are life skills and SDGs. The project is good for personal as well as professional development because we are using different tools and we will be training educators regarding how to use those tools. All the educators and students are going to get e-certificates and badges for this project, and there is a chance to collaborate and interact with educators worldwide. And the most important thing is awards for educators and schools will be given for the best performance, and there will be a chance to showcase their work in the final award ceremony. Now, just we will have a look about regarding what is the concept of happiness. Now, happiness, the definition for happiness is different from person to person. It varies. So here are some of the terms which we can relate easily with this concept of happiness. So prosperity, well-being, satisfaction, intense joy, contentment. These are some of the terminology that we can easily relate to the word happiness. And happiness is the ultimate goal of life for all of us. Then here are some of the advantages of being happy. It boosts self-confidence. It motivates individual activities. It increases efficiency. It raises awareness, boosts positive thinking, facilitates social relationships. Now, why we have opted for human happiness? What was the need for opting for human happiness? So here are some of the reasons: closed schools, gender inequalities, absence of peer interactions, lack of social activities, depression, anxiety, disappointment, uncertainty. So these are different reasons for being unhappy. So we will be focusing on eradicating these obstacles. Then here are some of the objectives of this project: to empower students, to infuse spatial opportunities in education, to facilitate effective understanding of citizenship, to develop constructive habits, make students part of solutions, to instill life skills, to integrate art, and to attain SDGs. So these are different objectives that we are looking forward. Then here are the 10 life skills that are laid down by World Health Organization, and we will be taking care of all these 10 life skills. When we say life skills are very important in the field of education also, because here are the four pillars of education, namely learning to know, learning to be, learning to live together, and learning to do. And these are different life skills which are related to the particular pillar of education. So life skill, by concentrating of life skills, we will be helping students to inculcate good habits in them. These are the 17 global goals that we all know, but we will not be focusing on all the 17 global goals. We will be focusing on only 5 global goals, SDGs. Number 3, good health and well-being. Number 4, quality education. Number 5, gender equality. Number 12, responsible consumption and production. And number 17, partnerships for the goals. Now, why global goals are important? Because sustainable development goals look for, or they measure, these three types of development: economic development, social development, and environmental development. And for being happy, or for any country for being happy, these three developments are very, very important. So focusing on sustainable development goals will be taking care of all these three developments. Then we are focusing on life skills for personal happiness. We are focusing on SDGs for collective happiness, and then only we can move towards the human happiness or the sustainable happiness. So life skills and SDGs are very, very important part of our project. Now we will move towards project details. Our project is in three phases. So first phase is regarding securing personal happiness. The first activity being knowing our happiness ambassadors. This will be an ice-breaking session wherein students will introduce themselves. They can share their hobbies, what things make them happy, etc. Then second will be happiness skill survey. This survey will be uh, twice in this project. First and one is before and one is afterwards, like at the end of the project. There are only 11 questions in the survey. It's a very simple survey that will ask for details about their daily routine and attitude towards themselves, but we will be coming to know about the level of happiness skills in them. Then there will be a orientation of happiness ambassadors and happiness facilitators regarding concept of happiness, regarding the concept of SDGs, why they are important, and regarding importance of life skills. Then there will be activity called happiest moment of the day. Here students will share on flipgrid and wakelet what thing have made them happy for that particular day. So this activity will be throughout the project, will be conducted throughout the project, and if it becomes a habit, students will continue throughout their life, and that is very very important because small things matter. There are happy moments in our day, but we don't take care of them or we don't look at them. So this activity will help students to search for happiness in their daily life. Then the next activity will be exercise, yoga, and meditation. Here, students will do the exercise, yoga, meditation, or whatever form of exercise workout they are doing. And if they are not doing, they will start doing it because sound mind in sound body. It's very important to have to have our body in a sound stage or sound condition to be happy. Then the next activity will be happiness pulse. This will be intercultural connections between different classrooms throughout the world. And the main motto is to develop empathy between students. Then the next phase would be regarding securing collective happiness. The first activity is Women in Action. In this activity, students will undertake a survey to find out women's contribution in the form of local community influencers and decision makers. So this activity will help our happiness ambassadors to be aware of the opportunities that women are entitled to and getting in real. So here are only 12 questions that will be asked in the survey, and then students will discuss, our happiness ambassadors will discuss about how they can promote SDG number 5, that is gender equality. Then the next activity from phase 2 will be out of school children. Here students will search out or they will survey the area in their vicinity, and they will look for any out of school children if there are any, and they will find out what are the causes, different causes why the students are not going to school. And if because of COVID-19 it is not possible to go out, they will search on internet, and they will have discussions about it. They will share their solutions to the problem of out of school children. Then there will be phase 3 regarding securing sustainable happiness. The first activity is kindness week or sustainable birthday. So students will celebrate their birthdays in sustainable way, in wherein they will visit their nearby orphanage or old age homes. They will spend time with them. They will help them. They will donate whatever they can, whether it may be food, study material, warm clothes, etc. Students will celebrate the kindness week, helping their parents doing the household chores. Then they will plant trees, and they will try to spread kindness by helping others. Then there will be a next activity, the insights. It will be art integrated learning. Students has to choose any one art form, and they will showcase their learnings or experiences or what they have learned in this project so far through the art. So it will have entertaining sessions for students. Then next activity will be happiness skill survey. As one is done before, this will be the survey which will be done afterwards. This will help us to find out the impact of different activities that are conducted or that will be conducted during this project. And this happiness ambassadors would also get an idea about their own increased level of happiness when they'll be given the reports. So these are all about different activities. It's all about different activities that we will be um, doing in human happiness. And now I would like to hand it over to Nirmala ma'am for the further tasks. Hello, am I audible?
Thank you, Pramod sir, for the explanation related to the project. So I'm sure the educators out there who are watching live, they are able to understand some of the information delivered to them related to this project. So you just mentioned earlier to us that the project is about 10 weeks. So when tentatively the project will be over?
Okay, so we are looking forward to conclude the project in the second week of April, when the different classrooms, participated classrooms, will present their learnings, and they will have the small presentation, each of them.
All right, Pramodji, thank you so much. And maybe towards the end, after I finish the presentation, perhaps you can show one or two Flipgrid recordings and Wakelet so that our educators out there will be able to see what are we trying to say. Because I couldn't access to the Flipgrid, I couldn't download the videos since I'm not the co-pilot. So perhaps towards the end, you can show that, if you don't mind, any one of the collection.
Yes, sure, sure.
All right. Thank you, Pramodji. So I will start my presentation. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Pramod. So can you, Mr. Ruben, can you see my presentation? Okay. For your information, educators, we are starting for new registration from today until the 10th of March. So any one of you would like to register for this project, because we have started with the Human Happiness Global group. So that particular group is going towards phase 2 of the project. So we are starting a new group from today until Wednesday, the 10th. You are able to register, and Mr. Pramod will be there to assist us together with Mr. Ruben Armugam and myself. We will be the coordinators for Southeast Asia, teachers whoever registering, and we will be guiding all of you after we see your registration information. Okay, as Mr. Pramod mentioned just now, we are actually working on these six sustainable development goals focus: zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, responsible consumption and production, partnerships for the goals. Along the way, you'll be encountering few more other SDGs, but we want to stay focused on these six SDGs. Okay, as it was mentioned earlier, this project is aiming at imparting lifelong happiness to children's lives and rather helping them to master the art of happiness. So, whatever activities that we are going to deal in this project is actually everything is related to, revealing the students' happiness, what is in them. All right. As mentioned earlier, the activities are divided into three phases: phase 1, 2, and 3. And today, I'm just going to give explanation about phase 1. And maybe in another 1 or 2 weeks' time, we are going to deal with phase 2 and phase 3 activities. Okay, the first task is actually in phase 1 is related to knowing our happiness ambassadors. So this is called task A, where the students will work on Flipgrid. They will be able to introduce, they should be able to introduce themselves, keeping in mind the following points. They should inform their name, country, or one thing that makes them happy. It can be any object, hobby, person, or action, and one emoji that represents them. Okay, students are welcome to share their story related to their hobby using this particular code. So once you have registered, we will add you in a WhatsApp group. So once you're already in the group, then we will be able to guide you the how to go about doing this particular task. Okay, so towards the end we will show you one sample of Flipgrid video so that you should be able to understand. So this is very simple. The student can come up with few sentences. So my advice is, when you're starting this project, ask the students to keep a book. So once they are having a book, ask them to write down. You can brainstorm them about what is the topic about, and ask them to write down information related. Okay, information related, a few sentences related to what they are going to talk, and the same thing what they have written in the diary, in the exercise book, they are going to talk in Flipgrid. Okay, so basically you need to plan on what the students are going to ask to write. You just have to inform them the topic, brief them. So I think they should be able to come up a few sentences. So we are not asking the students to write one complete essay, or we just you ask them to write 50 words or 100. No, it's not that. Give them the freedom. They are able to come up with few sentences that they are comfortable with. Okay, allow me to explain some information in our national language ya. Jadi guru-guru yang akan ikut program ni, bolehlah minta kita punya murid kan tuliskan apa-apa berkaitan dengan hobi mereka lah. Jadi tak kisah juga kalau mereka tu menulis dalam beberapa ayat, sebab itu biarlah datang daripada murid tu, idea murid tu sendiri. Jadi jangan pula kita paksa murid tu untuk buat karangan dalam bentuk 50 patah perkataan ke atau 100 patah perkataan ya. Ya, ini lebih kepada kegembiraan, lebih kepada happiness. Jadi biarlah murid tu sendiri yang menjana idea dan menulis di buku mereka. Jadi pastikan setiap murid tu mempunyai satu buku supaya setiap satu aktiviti tu dapat dicatatlah dalam buku tu supaya senang untuk murid buat recording Flipgrid dan juga Wakelet. Sebab benda tu sama saja, itu tentang satu hobi. Okay, and then the next one, the reason why I ask the students to keep a record in the exercise book is that because whatever they are going to say in Flipgrid, the same thing they are going to type, or they can edit little bit so that they can convey the meaning of what they're trying to say about themselves. In terms of they need to write the name, the country, one thing that makes them happy, the same thing like what they have done actually in Flipgrid. So that's the reason why there's a necessity for them to keep record of what they are going to talk in Flipgrid and what they are going to write in Wakelet. So that will be much easier for the students, so they can work efficiently rather than they are saying they are doing a double work. Okay, jadi itulah sebabnya kan rakan guru semua pastikan murid tu ada buku supaya apa yang dia tulis dalam catatan di buku tu, benda tu juga dia akan cakap di Flipgrid dan benda tu juga dia akan tulis di Wakelet. Okay, this is an example of Wakelet collection from the link that I've pasted here. So the students, for example, the students will introduce from which country the student is, how old is the student, the hobby. Actually, we are looking at one hobby. If the students are going to write more than one hobbies, that is up to them. And then they can post any picture related to their hobby, right, which makes them happy. All right, this is phase 1, task A, knowing our happiness ambassadors. So the students are going to do 2 entries, one in Wakelet and one in Flipgrid. Okay, and then we teachers, we need to introduce ourselves, country, one thing that makes us happy, our hobby, or one emoji that represents us. So this task A is also for the educators. All right, so we can we can always record this in Flipgrid at the specified time that we will be giving you all when you enter the WhatsApp group. Okay, jadi guru-guru juga perlu buat aktiviti ni di mana guru perlu memperkenalkan diri dan juga menyatakan tentang satu hobi yang diminati oleh guru supaya benda ni boleh direkod di Flipgrid lah. Okay, and then the next task is task B, survey questions. So in task B, the educators, the facilitators and students, you are going to answer the same set of questions. So meaning to say you need to give this link to your students and then they should be able to click and answer the questions. But before giving to your students, it will be better if you can go through the questions with them. At least you can share screen and show, read to them the questions, make them understand so that they are able to understand what are they expected to answer and then they are comfortable in doing. Otherwise, young kids, they might find it difficult to answer the questions and so we cannot get the proper answers from them. So ada bagusnya guru-guru tolong maklumkan kepada kita punya murid lah, maklumkan tentang semua soalan yang ada dalam survey questions ni supaya murid dapat menjawab dengan bagus lah. Okay, dan survey question ni juga perlu dijawab benda yang sama, questions yang sama perlu dijawab oleh guru dan murid. Sama saja dia punya link ya, questionnya sama saja. Okay, and then phase 1 task C is training sessions. Okay, training sessions is actually the list of trainings that done by Mr. Pramod earlier when he did the launching of this project, 30th of January until last month. So a few series of webinars he has conducted. So all the lists are actually nicely kept in this main Wakelet. So if you click this Wakelet, you will be able to see all the information related to this project from A to Z and all the links and recordings for the webinars are also available here. Jadi guru-guru bolehlah tekan link ni kan, boleh pergi ke Wakelet Collection yang sudah di-create oleh Mr. Pramod dan di situ ada semua maklumat berkaitan dengan projek ni termasuk juga sesi-sesi latihan yang sudah pun dibuat oleh Mr. Pramod dari awal sampai bulan lepas lah. Okay, and then this is phase 1, task D. Here, the task is happiest moment of the day. So happiest moment of the day, we are giving 1 week for the students to complete this. So meaning to say, the students can tell, write about anything that made them happy that day, which might include any skill learned, a new friend made, compliment from parent, helping others or any other success or anything else that make them happy on that day. Okay, student can thank anybody who has caused or created that happy moment for them because research states that thanking someone itself increases the happiness and decreases anxiety, depression or negativity. So here the students have to write the day and date for every post and then they need to record on daily basis for 7 days in Flipgrid. Okay, so di sini apa yang students akan buat adalah 7 hari mereka akan buat catatan diary. Maksudnya apa-apa sahaja yang membuatkan mereka rasa gembira pada setiap hari itu mereka akan tulis dan pada hari yang sama mereka akan rekod di Flipgrid. Jadi hari kedua dia akan buat recording lagi sekali di Flipgrid. Hari ketiga dia akan rekod lagi sekali. Hari keempat dan seterusnya sampai ke hari ketujuh. Jadi ada bagusnya seperti yang saya maklumkan tadi, minta student buat catatan di buku tulis. Bila dia sudah buat catatan di buku tulis, jadi catatan itu nanti saya akan terangkan dia boleh upload sahaja di Flipgrid. Okay, jadi ini adalah satu catatan diary untuk 7 hari yang berkaitan dengan apa-apa sahaja pelajari pada hari itu, apa-apa sahaja membuatkan dia gembira atau apa-apa yang membuatkan maksudnya dia mengucapkan terima kasih kepada ibu bapanya ataupun kepada sesiapa sahaja ya, atau apa-apa sahaja aktiviti yang membuatkan dia gembira perlu dibuat catatan untuk 7 hari. Okay, jadi this is the Wakelet collection. You can tell your students to note it down daily in a table form on a page, which you can collect and send later on. Okay, this is one of the samples done by one of my students. So what I did was I asked the student to write down the date. Let's say the first day of the project is I started on Monday, but I'm just showing you one sample on Sunday, which is recorded on Sunday. So you may ask the students to write the name, the school, facilitator, and then the student can simply write, like for example, you don't have to force the students to write, as I said earlier, a long essay. It's just that you need to brainstorm on what the students are expected to do, and they will come up with a few sentences that they are comfortable with. Okay, so we do not want our ideology to influence them. Just let them be happy and let them be themselves. Okay, we want originality. Okay, we do not want our mindset to be inserted in theirs. Okay, so let them be happy in writing whatever they want to write. Okay, so for example, this student, she has written who is she, where is she from, and the date of the diary entry. And one thing that made her happy that day was she went to the park with her sister. She jogged together in the park, and she also keep a distance with other people because we are still in pandemic, so social distancing is very important. So she's expressing it. Okay, and she was very happy and thankful to her sister for accompanying her for a jog in the park. Okay, so jadi cikgu-cikgu ya, apabila murid-murid ni sudah buat catatan diary ni, cikgu boleh cek juga mereka punya grammar. Kalau rasa semuanya perfect, tak ada masalah lah. Jadi catatan diary ni, student ni boleh sama ada scan, dia boleh upload di Wakelet macam catatan diary ni, like the examples are given here, or the students can retype it. Okay, the students can type in Wakelet. So just click the link and the students are able to go to the collections created by Mr. Pramod, so that they can upload any of the pictures that is related to any one of the pictures that is related to what they are trying to say of that particular day's diary entry. Okay, the students' freedom to just cover up their faces, it's their right. Okay, we do not have to force them to show their face and all that. It's up to them. So you can just guide them. For your information, educators, when you are going to use Flipgrid or Wakelet, you need to have an account. The teachers need to have an account. You can just go to wakelet.com. You can create an account for you. And same goes to Flipgrid. You can go to flipgrid.com and you need to register for an account. But for students, they do not need any accounts for Flipgrid and Wakelet. They just have to click on the link that we are going to give you. Just pass to them. They just click it and they can do the recording and they can just do the writing. Okay, murid-murid kita tidak perlu ada account Wakelet dan Flipgrid ya. Cuma guru sahaja perlu ada account Flipgrid dan Wakelet. Jadi tidak perlu paksa murid kita untuk buka account Wakelet dan Flipgrid. Okay. Jadi apa-apa sahaja catatan diary ini biarlah hasil dari penulisan murid kita sendiri, right? Whatever diary entries are going to be written by the students, let it be from their own. Let them say something related to their happiness, all right? Okay, and then we are in phase 1, task D. This is for educators. Okay, teachers, same thing. You have to write, not write, you have to bear in mind that you are also going to do 7 days Flipgrid recording related to the same thing that what we have seen for the students. That is one new skill that you have learned, new friend you made, compliment from parent or anyone, helping others or any other success or anything else. All right, so you can thank anybody who has caused or created that happy moment for you, so meaning to say you need to record on Flipgrid for 7 days. Okay, the happy moments or whatever that you think you want to record. So it's your choice also to to blur your face, because Flipgrid has all the features. And if you have used Flipgrid, then you know what I'm trying to say. But if you have not used the Flipgrid, you do not worry. There is a link for you to go through the recording that has been on the webinar has been done by Mr. Pramod earlier. So I think Shalini ma'am, she has given a very detailed explanation about how to use Flipgrid. for this project. The explanation is very simple, very easy to follow. Same goes to Wakelet. Madam Preeti Putela, if not mistaken, she has given information related to how to use Wakelet for students and educators, and I think it is quite complete. If you are able to watch those recordings that from the Wakelet collection that we have added, then you shouldn't have any problem. All right, so this is another task in phase 1, task E, sound mind in sound body. So here we are encouraging our students to start exercising. It can be anything from jogging to performing Zumba, yoga, cycling, or playing any outdoor activities, okay? The most important thing is that students should understand the importance of exercise in maintaining the mental and physical health. So here again, the students are going to do recording in Flipgrid, and later part, they are going to write about maintaining mental and physical health, or upload any pictures related to this particular activity in Wakelet. Okay, this is some of the examples that I've taken from Flipgrid. You see this girl, she didn't talk anything. She merely uploaded her activity doing this exercise. Okay, she didn't even say a single word. Okay, she just uploaded the activity that she did for that particular day. All right, and these are some students who talk about the benefit of exercising, and they have different way of saying things actually related to how to maintain good health. Okay, all right. So, jadi guru-guru kan kita galakkan murid-murid kita untuk bersenam. Jadi video senaman mereka boleh dimuat naik di Flipgrid, ataupun mereka boleh bercakap tentang kebaikan bersenam dalam 1 minit 30 saat, tapi kita tidak paksa murid untuk rekod 1 minit 30 saat, sebab ada juga murid dia rekod sampai 20 saat, 30 saat. So it's up to them. So it's up to the students. They want to record either 1 minute 30 seconds, or they just want to say something for 30 seconds, 20 seconds. It's up to them. So we do not have to force them to complete that 1 minute 30 seconds of recording. We give them the freedom. You just guide them what to do, give them a sample, and they should be able to do it. And then this is phase 1, task A. I did mention just now, the same task that they are doing here, actually they're going to write it down here in Wakelet. All right, so they can post any pictures that gives them happiness while exercising. Okay, it can be anything related to exercising. So, jadi apa-apa sahajalah aktiviti berkaitan dengan senaman ni, students boleh masukkan di sini gambar, ataupun mereka nak menulis tentang kebaikan bersenam dan aktiviti senaman yang mereka suka dan sebagainya lah. Dan di sini juga kita tidak paksa murid-murid kita untuk menulis berapa patah perkataannya, biarlah mereka express diri mereka sendiri ya. Let the students express themselves. We do not have to force them to write how many words and all that. Okay, give them the freedom to write. Let them feel the happiness of what they want to say, what they want to write. Okay, this is the most exciting part of phase 1, task F. In this activity, classrooms from across the world will connect to know about each other, meaning to say you can travel virtually to many countries. As Mr. Pramod mentioned just now, we have educators and ambassadors from 40 countries. So meaning to say you can share, your ambassadors can share about themselves, activities that we have done in this project, about people, our culture, country, tradition, tourist attraction, national game challenges, anything related to our project, or related to our country, as mentioned here. So here Mr. Pramod has done a tremendous job. That is, he has given a link, because it is not easy for us to know all the educators. So he has saved this link in OneDrive. So what you're going to do is that you're going to click this, and you are going to find the educators. You're going to click this link, and you're going to fill in your information. Once you have filled in your information, you will have access to OneDrive. So there you will see all the the educators' name list, which countries are they from, and quite a number of information you can see about them, and you can just type in your message there, and then get their email address, and you can contact them. all right, in order to be connected at your own time zone, at your own pace. Let it be for 30 minutes or 1 hour, it's up to you. But you need to finish all those activities that I've explained to you. Then you are able to connect here. But the connection due date given is 31st of March. So once you are in our group, we will be able to guide you. And these are some of the examples of connection that we did among ourselves, among the educators and ambassadors who joined the Human Happiness or Human Happiness project. So actually, you can travel your school, your ambassadors with another school and ambassadors. I always believe that. Sharing is caring, and two heads are better than one. So, due to that, I've actually arranged the travel for this particular project together with six other schools, three schools from Malaysia, including my schools, four schools, and three other schools from India. So we have connected nicely on Thursday and Friday, and we really had fun. The students really enjoyed and they learned a lot of information. And then for this connection, you can always connect using Microsoft Teams, Zoom, or even Google Meet. All right. There's no restrictions for you to use any one platform. You see which works better for you. And we have worked with Microsoft Teams. We have worked with Google Meet. And next, we are going to use Zoom. So there's no restrictions for you to use any platform. It's up to you which works better for you and your ambassadors and in your country. All right, let us see this video, the glimpses of our travel. He traveled to Maharashtra, Kolkata, and one more state in India with Taruna ma'am, Ushali ma'am, and also Swati ji, and my partners in Malaysia, Madam Jumiati, Madam Norzilawati, and Madam Sumia. Okay. All right. So next week, Mr. Pramod has arranged with Inspire My YouTube channel. So you are going to have training sessions next week. So these are the 4 training sessions, which will be IST at 6 p.m., Malaysia time 8:30 p.m. The first one is an interactive session on the importance of mindfulness for being happy. The next one is a training session on Wakelet. The next one is how to build our happiest world in Minecraft Education Edition. And the last one will be Articulate Happiness. This is an exclusive origami session with an origami expert from India. Okay, I think I've done with my presentation, Mr. Pramod.
Just a moment. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
I've done. If anything I miss out, you have to add.
No. Perfect. Perfect. You explained it very well, better than me. So I think there is no question of anything uh, must not be any doubts now. Okay, so
All
I'll
right.
just like to share the screen with you to just show you some glimpses of what kind of responses we are getting
Sure.
on Flipgrid and Bakelit.
Okay.
Okay, so just a moment. Okay, can you see my screen of
Not
Flipgrid?
yet, sir. Not yet. Maybe it's loading.
Mhm. Is it visible?
Still loading, sir. Yes, yes, it's visible. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So this is a flipgrid group that I have created with different topics. Till now, we have got 986 responses only for human happiness, and if you look at the engagement, it is 375 hours of engagement, and this is a tremendous kind of a tremendous response that we are getting for different topics from human happiness. Here are different topics which some of them are not yet shared and some of them have been shared. So knowing our happiness ambassadors, happiest moment of the day, happiest moment of the day for students, for teachers, etc. Now we will just I'll just would like to show you one
One example.
example.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, this is just a moment. uh, okay, we will have a look at this. Can you see?
Yes, I can see. That's
Okay.
so cute.
So then one more example we may see. Okay.
From educators as well, Mr. Pramod, one example.
Okay, just a moment. I
Yeah, yeah.
will just a moment. I'll share. Okay. This.
One day that made me really happy was the day that I published my first book, this book. Because this book is where I share for the first time how I changed my life to be a pessimistic person to be an optimistic person. And then it opens a lot of doors like knowing the signs of happiness, the global goals, and meet a lot of people around the world and also to be here. So thanks Taramon, thanks all the persons that helped me first to write this book, like Anita, Carmen, Maria Angelique. That's what I'm really happy about that moment. Thanks to that moment, I'm here. I'll be teaching more and learning more about happiness and the global goals. I was like this unicorn here, jumping around, so happy.
So now let us have a look at Wakelet collections. So
Yes.
these are different Wakelet collections that we have for different activities. So let us have a look into the Knowing Our Happiness Ambassadors Wakelet collection. So we have got around 565 items added into this Wakelet collection. Students are doing their best to put whatever is going. Just a moment. Just a moment.
Yeah.
So students and educators also, they are responding to all the activities so well, and I think they are really enjoying those activities. For example, here is the Wakelet collection or the topic called Knowing Our Happiness Ambassadors. And students have added many things in that.
Okay.
Maybe some problem with not responding. Okay, it's not responding.
Okay. Let me try to see mine. This side. I try to open this side. Mm-hmm. I couldn't open. Yeah.
Okay, we can share with them afterwards the screenshots and all.
Okay. Sure.
So over to you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Pramod. Okay, teachers out there. So I think we have shared the link for you to register. Once you click the link, you are able to fill in the necessary information, and do not worry about how many students you are going to bring for this project. Just fill in the number of students that you think you want to bring in, because I think most of the educators, you are still, the students are at home due to pandemic. I mean, they're learning from home, and the Malaysian educators, tomorrow we are going back to school, and maybe you need time, to meet your students and then choose the students who are going to be in this project. But not to worry, just fill in the form, and you can just record as one or two students, or any number of students that you think you want them to collaborate in this project, and later on you can add on or reduce the number of students. It's not a problem. But we are going to open the registration from today until 10th of March, 12 midnight. After that, we will not be receiving any registrations, any new registration. We will not open for anyone else, because, as Mr. Pramod said earlier, the project will end in second week of April. So he will inform the date later, but for sure it will end in second week of April. So due to that, we should be able to guide those new educators joining in. So once you fill in the form, you will see a link to WhatsApp group. So you have to click to that link and you will be in our WhatsApp group. So that WhatsApp group will be for those who are registering from today until Wednesday. If in case any of the educators you are out there, you have already registered either in Global Human Happiness group with Mr. Pramod earlier, or in Human Happiness Southeast Asia group, the current group that we have, please do not register. Please do not click the registration link, because you have done the registration and you are going through the process of conducting all the tasks. So this registration is strictly open for those who have not registered. So they are allowed to register from today until Wednesday. And so you don't have to worry. We will guide you in that WhatsApp group from A to Z. What are the task all about, the Flipgrid links, all the links from task A to task F, and also Wakelet links, everything. So I think there's a teacher, Mr. Pramod, she's asking, could you send the Wakelet link? I think the Wakelet link of the project, maybe we get Mr. Ruben's help to send the Wakelet link to the group. The
Okay, so
main,
I didn't
the
get
main
you.
The
Um,
main link. I think one of the educators is asking for Wakelet link. So I think the link that you have created, the collection, to add on the
okay,
collection, the main link.
okay, the main link. Okay, once
Yes.
they'll register, we will share everything with them.
Okay, sure, sure. So
Hmm.
once, yeah. So Winnie educator, you may, register. Then we will share everything in the WhatsApp group. All right. So is there any more questions? Any more questions? So far, I think no question, Mr. Pramod.
Okay,
So far, no questions.
okay. We can answer
Um,
when and where they will ask us. No problem. Whether the WhatsApp group and all,
all right, sure.
we can clear that
So
out.
Yep. Okay. So one final word from me is that so dear educators, once you have chosen your ambassadors, so it's better that you have to brief them. So you need to have a WhatsApp group or Telegram group or even Teams classes so that you are able to brief your students. And then let them have an exercise book so that they are able to write down what are they supposed to complete in any of the tasks that will be given to them, and if can, try to meet them during your free time, either on daily basis, or just guide them how to go about doing these tasks. Otherwise the students may get confused with quite a number of links, the Flipgrid link, Wakelet link, and all that. So do one at a time. So your guidance is very much needed in this project, and definitely along the way I can guarantee you the students will enjoy themselves. They will discover happiness along the journey, because we are in the process of completing this project. So I can see that the students are very happy, and their listening, speaking, reading, writing skills are improving tremendously. They are very brave in voicing out their point opinions, and they are able to write. Even at times they are so impatient, my students are so impatient, they want to do the recording by themselves before I could do any meetups with them. So the next morning I see my WhatsApp messages, I get so excited and happy to see that my students posted that, madam, I've done my work, I've done the Flipgrid recording, I've already written in a Wakelet. So this kind of motivations are very much needed. So our students are very motivated in order to complete the task given to them, because it's something new related to happiness. Okay, so let us spread the happiness, and so we would like you to give a try, and then we definitely will guide you from A to Z. All right. So is anything Mr. Pramod would like to say before we end up the session? Okay. All right. So, dear educators, thank you so much for tuning in. And do not forget, tomorrow we have a live session with Mr. Pramod regarding the mindfulness webinar. So you tune in at 8:30 p.m. Malaysia time and 6 p.m. IST. So we are looking forward to meet most of you in our WhatsApp group, so that you will be with us in spreading happiness, not only for our ambassadors in our community and around the world. All right, knowing happiness is very important, because we are so busy in doing so many work, and we might have neglect uh, the essence of enjoying our happiness. All right. So hopefully this wonderful project from Mr. Pramod will be able to develop our students in having critical thinking skills, and also learn to be happy for themselves and also in their family. All right. So with that, I would like to thank everyone for attending this webinar, and stay tuned for tomorrow's session. Don't forget to subscribe to Inspire Malaysia and press the bell button to get notification. Thank you very much. Bye.